good, thank you. Can I have this one?
What size?
Medium. Yeah.
Thank you.
A beautiful bird full of fire. Let's go.
Hey, stop now. And she just got a fresh haircut. Yeah, I know that's right. They doing hair back there. Yeah, they is. It was good back there.
I was back there getting hooked up by Mr. Hair Technician. He asked me if he could put some lines. I said, do you? That's one thing about me when I work with anybody. Do you? Because it's not just me coming out into the public. It's you putting me out there. And if I'm satisfied, you have to be satisfied too. So you like it?
Like it, yeah.
It's my early birthday hair hookup.
Happy birthday, girl.
If teddy bears could talk, how many stories would they tell? The number of stories that they have been told by the little boys and the little girls who couldn't tell their stories to who needed to hear their stories, i.e., the little girl who's about 7 or 8 years old, and every night mama's boyfriend creeps into her room and fondles her between her legs and kisses her in ways she should never be kissed by an adult male.
Come on.
But she can't tell mommy because he pays all the bills. Or better yet, the little boy who went to the mall with his mommy, and unfortunately he was lured into a white truck by another little boy. Because in case you didn't know, the youngest sex trafficker is 5 years of age. See, teddy bears know all of our secrets. Teddy bears soak up all of our tears. In fact, we could nickname some of our teddy bears the Jordan River. Because we have swum rivers of pain. We have swum rivers of darkness. It hurts me when I know of little boys and little girls who push through those pains and end up still becoming someone of greatness. Someone of impact. Someone that can let others know that you are not alone. You're a survivor, you didn't give up, get your stroll on. They tried to break you, but you were unbreakable. They tried to stop you, but you were unstoppable. They tried to silence you, but in time you realized that you needed to speak and tell your stories. Because at the end of the day, people are aligned and assigned to you. So when you don't move, other people can't move.
Come on.
You still found a way to navigate into the midst of your purpose. Because the word purpose has the word rose within the midst of its lettering. And like a rose has to blossom and bloom, you too must blossom and bloom. Naturally, my name was Butterfly, but I've changed it to Phoenix. And if you do not know, the Phoenix is that of out of your ashes, allowing for you to keep on soaring and soaring high. So for each and every one of you that are survivors of your darkness, survivors of your secrets, know that they didn't keep you down. And why? Because you're still standing.
Amen.
So people always ask me,
She can sit down.
I started this organization. They want to know what made you get into this. The story was, I met an 8-year-old little girl. That 8-year-old little girl had been touched through the night by a relative. Not just males, but females. So she had been touched plenty of times. So much that she didn't understand why she was going through the trauma of life at 8 years old. By the time that little girl grew up and she started telling me as I would meet her, she said, nobody loved me. I never felt worthy. I was pregnant at 14. So I felt like I shouldn't say anything because they wouldn't believe me.
Right.
Are you okay? I said, I am. I grew up. I am no longer haunted by what happened to me. I have my voice. I tell my story on every platform I can. He didn't steal my joy, nor did she. That little girl in the mirror, if you haven't caught on, it was me. So when you ask yourself, that time to develop this organization because on every corner or every that looked like me, whether they was 5, 10, walk that lake and look at the art and listen to the music and pay attention to the signs and let it touch you. Because when I was going through my darkest hours as an adult, because I didn't get therapy until I got in this valve, what I had envisioned, and we're here 10 years later. I thank y'all for being here. I thank y'all for allowing us. This is amazing, and don't ever wonder why I do what I do. It's a passion. It's there, but that's all I'm going to share with y'all today because it's a whole nother chapter, and I love to talk, and we'll be here all day. So thank you all so much. I'm going to call up Heidi Y'all visit the vendors. Please eat the fruit and the food.
That we don't want anybody else to experience. So as a child, I grew up in basically a house of horrors. I escaped. I became a physician. The goals are very similar. If you don't fix it in childhood, you will get into a bad relationship as an adult.
Come right.
And I had
so
that.
You can be in my video.
My perpetrator went to jail, but I still live with the images and the horror, and my son was exposed to all those visions. So I'm trying to forgive myself. I've gone through a tremendous amount of therapy, and I just want to say today is a beautiful gift. It's a gift to all those survivors that are struggling in silence. We have great organizations, Fighters Against Child Abuse is here today.
I'll tell you.
Everybody's coming together because you decided today was the day you're going to do something.
Let's give Dr. Schaefer another big hand clap. All right, I want to check the temperature of the audience today. How y'all feeling out there? Y'all feeling real good? If you're a survivor, let me see you put your hands in the air. Wow, I just thank God for everything that has happened this far. And just listening to Dr. Schaefer, it made me want to share just a little bit of my story.
Spicy hot bowl.
Spicy hot.
Oh, you got a bag.
Thank you.
I was in church playing the drums, and I felt a little tightening in my chest, right? And my arms swell up. And I went to my homeboy. I said, bro, what's wrong with my, bro, what's up? What's wrong with my... So immediately I went to the emergency room, and long story short, biopsy under my arm. Then he says, we're going to transfer you to West. I think it's West Memorial by the mall. We transferred me over there. It's been about positive. It's been about deleting the negative. Not even speaking the negative. Really, not really trying to remember the negative. As much as you want to remember, as much as you want to go back, we want to go forward. Because there's nothing back there but and crying and but I tend to, I promise you guys, I don't talk about this. Really. My keyboard player, he been knowing me a while. I just told him today, 5 minutes ago. And he was like, yeah? I was like, yeah, I ain't tell you, but the reason why? Sister, so. Can y'all say that? Sister.
Was sexually molested by her mother's husband, who stayed in the house until her high school days. When I left for college, my mom had the audacity to call me and ask her ex-husband, who's still a drunk today, right, to move back in because he got another DUI. So I told her, if he moves back in, I'll never come back to your house. So needless to say, he didn't move back in. She died in December. She never acknowledged what happened to me. No one in my family, except for one person, acknowledged what happened to me. So when we go through traumas of life, right, they shape who we are as adults. Ever standing up here, this is what we look like. This is on the other side of doing therapy and controlling your traumas versus them controlling you. So when I went to Barry University, I was still ignorant to therapy. So I thought therapy was still for white people, right? Because we don't do therapy. You don't tell the family business. Ain't no need for you to talk about what happened to you. It didn't happen. Move on. Get over it. Those are the things you hear. Right? And so when I realized therapy is not just for white people, therapy is for everybody. Who was going to be the guest speaker. So when I put the flyer out, you saw that I had Dr. Shakira McFadden on there, and then I had Carisha Davis in the middle, but then the other side was blank. I was trusting God to send me the speaker that I needed for the hour such as this to go along with the powerhouse that was already on there. So I had to wait for who that was going to be. So our volunteer, Garnica Lane Pierre, she said, you know what, I'm gonna figure something out for you. And she started making phone calls. So, you know, sometimes you connected to somebody who got the source. But a lot of times we don't even reach out to figure out who that somebody is. We won't tell nobody we need help. We won't say anything. Me, I'm going to tell you, I need some help. So when I started in Nika's ear, I said, well, I got these people on this list, and I don't know how I'm going to reach them. She said, well, let me see what I could do. She began to make some phone calls and everything like that, and I was getting turned down left and right. You know, some people too big for, you know, that's when your title outweighs who you are as a person. I'm going to just keep it 100. So I was like, oh my God, so I don't know. But then she came to me and she said, here's the number I need you to call. I say, Nika, quit playing. She said, that ain't the same person no more, Angie. So she told me, she said, it's Jackie O. But she don't go by Jackie O no more. She go by Angela. So I said, oh, okay. I say, well, good gracious. Well, I'm going to call her. We made a connection. In that connection, I'm sitting in my office and this beautiful lady walked through the door. I stood still for a minute because, you know, it kind of took me back in my memory. You know, if I wouldn't have remembered that she said she's not the same person. See, a lot of times we can't respect people when they say they done changed. Hello. I sat there, she came in the office, I stood up, I gave her a hug, and I began to share my story with this lady, formerly known as Jackie O. How y'all doing? If I get a little teary-eyed, don't mind me, I'm a crier. I'm a crier. Y'all don't understand what it took for me to get here. I've been through a lot. So when Miss Ann Jean, she reached out to me, I had to explain to her that she's not the first person that has reached out. Check. It was just something about this that I said yes to. Because I've had several people from Dade, Broward, Palm Beach ask me to, you know, speak on certain things, and I would always say no. But part of that was spiritual. I don't think God was ready to release me to speak on things and to tell my story, but the time is now. And it's a lot of trauma. It's a lot of things that people, y'all don't mind if I take my time, right? It's a lot of things that people are going through that I gone over there with. They deserted me. The girl that I went over there with, she deserted me. So you got a teenage mother in another country in prison by herself. Trauma. I leave that situation. I come home and I tell myself, I say, well, president's wife, and it was said that they had a curse was on her family. This is why all of the Kennedys were killed in crazy accidents. Plane crashes, and JFK was killed, and all type of weird stuff were happening to these people, and I'm walking around calling myself Jackie O. You have to be careful what you call yourself, the name you put on yourself, what you allow people to call you. When I went back to, when I got my life right with God, God said, that's not your name. He said, what's your name? I said, my name is Angela. He said, go look up what Angela means. I look up and see what Angela means. It means God's messenger. So all of this time, the enemy took that away from me. He didn't want me to be God's messenger. He wanted me to have a curse on me. You understand what I'm saying? This is some spiritual things that we're dealing with. This is a spiritual warfare that we're going through. It's nothing natural. If you're looking at it in the natural, you're going to fail. You got to look at things in the spiritual realm in order for you to understand what's going on. And so when I looked at that, I said, wow, this is crazy.
So that's the story behind. Don't call me no Jackie O. I know who I am now. When people address me, they don't call me, hey, B-I-T-C-H. Don't come up to me like that no more. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, you a bad B-I. Don't call me that. That's a disobedient female dog. Yeah. Don't call me that. I'm a woman of God. I'm walking in that. I know who I am now. The world is not going to define me. The world is not going to tell me who I am. I know who I am. I know the power that God has given me. I know God's hand is on my life. I know my purpose for the life. And I had to go through all of that stuff in order to be here to tell you this right here. And so I'm just excited. I'm happy that I'm free. I'm free from that life. I'm so excited that where God is taking me, it's a beautiful thing when your eyes are open. And I said that, and it's crazy because I said that in one of my songs, and God reminded me that I was prophesying then, and I didn't even know it. Amendment. I never heard of amendment. God said, go do an amendment on your taxes. I said, God, I don't even have no money to go ask the people to do this amendment. Well, how am I going to do this? When I tell you, God said, go to this lady right here. I said, God, this lady is not going to remember me. I went to this lady back when I was doing music. How is she going to remember me? I walk in this lady's office. That lady say, hey, after years. She say, hey. I say, you remember me? She say, yeah. I say, well, I have some taxes. She said, let me find your file. Let me find your file. This was after I had given her money to do my taxes. This lady still remember me. She did my taxes. I owed maybe 6 years of back taxes. So she did 2 years. I said, God, I still got 4 more years of taxes that I got to do. And the people writing letters saying they going to come pick up this and do this. And, they'll take you to jail. You don't pay your taxes. So I said, Lord, what am I going to do? He said, go to this school. I didn't know nothing about going to no school. I go to the school up here down in Dade. It's a school where you have some lawyers. They go into school and they have they do taxes and stuff like that. They go into school for law. So they do stuff like that. So I go to the lawyers. They do 2 years of tax. Long story short, by the time God finished with that, the government was giving me back money. You understand what I'm saying? This is the blessing that God will do when you give him a yes. When you tell God yes. And I was just so happy that I had told God yes, because when I look back at the people that's still in the industry, I pray and I feel sad because the transition, it's going to be kind of hard for people to make the transition. And I want to thank Miss Angine. I thank you so much. Oh my God. I thank y'all. Oh my God. Let me get a. Hello. How's everybody doing? Can everybody hear me? Okay. So my name is Jamaro. I am the founder and CEO of She Me Her Inc. And my very, very good girlfriend, dear friend, Miss Angine, who we have been rocking and rolling for a lot of years now, has given me this opportunity to come up and share some very important information with you. If you have an opportunity, if you saw my space in the back, you saw several posters of missing black and brown people that look like us. And I wanted to come up here and just give a brief summary of what to do when your child goes missing. It is no secret. It is an actual fact that they do not look for us and they do not look for our children the way that they should when they go missing. Right? So a lot of times we have to do a lot of the footwork on our own when it comes to our black and brown babies, our black and brown loved ones, right? We don't get the Amber Alerts, right? There's a lot that we don't get. So what I share some information with you. So just some tips for you all, okay? If, God forbid, your child or your loved one goes missing, some of the things that you can do, all right, to help to start advocating for your missing loved one, for your missing child. First thing you're going to do, you need to call the police and report your child missing. There are children
that have been missing. The whereabouts have been unknown, and nobody has called and reported the child. You need to advocate for your child. People, agencies don't feel the way you feel about your child. So they're not going to respond in the manner that you want to be responding. Your child is counting on you to, regardless of how they go missing. You have to be the advocate for your child. Don't let people tell you, no, we can't do that, or no, let's not do that. If you have to go make your own posters, social media is your best friend. Utilize social media. Get your child's face out there. Make sure you contact the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Get your child's name and face in their database so they can start pushing your child's poster nationwide.
If you start, you'll see a row of pinwheels. You can go ahead and start there. And let's begin the stroll. Thank you.
Everybody trying to spell it.
Oh, I need to get one of these. What's up? Shannon video, y'all. Whoa, live is still live in effect, y'all. Yeah. Y'all see them on stage. I got some video on stage. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, fam. You know,
classmate, family right there, y'all. Good to see family. Always.
Back at it.
All right, guys. I jumped right in as soon as I got here. You've heard the speakers, you've seen the vendors, you've seen the sponsors. Again, 10 years. I didn't realize it was 10 years. 10-year event, phenomenal. Always very touching. I think I did this walk one time. So this is actually my second time coming to these events that I actually did the walk. It's called a Survivor Stroll, and we are now at the part where we are strolling this area. They have live music, people playing the band, instruments. They have photos that are centered around the trail. I'm out of breath already, and I just started. But anyway, phenomenal. They still haven't, given out food yet, so they're gonna give out food. They have some young ladies that just came up that's gonna do some stretching, some exercises, probably some Zumba type stuff. Uh-oh. Somebody's screaming. Oh, I didn't know what that was all about. Oh, that's a butterfly. Phoenix, sorry, Miss Phoenix. Put on my Facebook the other day. I've never been impacted. I've never had any experience with molestation. There's been some domestic violence in some relationships. And it's true, even though you married, when I say no, I don't want to do it, no is no. So yes, you can be raped in a marriage. Well, oh yeah, I see it. Man, I'm almost finished, y'all. So many thoughts. So much just ran through my head. Whew. Man, I didn't know I needed this. I didn't know I needed this. I just walked my stroll, y'all. I didn't know I needed this. Man, I am courageous, y'all. And I was grown. I was a grown woman when I endured. I was a grown woman. Woo! Stop here, close your eyes, and breathe in through your nose and out your mouth 5 times. These things, whew, I didn't know I needed this. I didn't know I needed it. I'm about to cry, y'all. All right, guys. I just passed a sign that said, stop here, take a deep breath, and say, I forgive you. I don't forgive. I don't forgive. I couldn't do it, y'all. I'm not at a forgiving stage yet because I think I'm just coming to the reality of this. Stop here, say, I did it. Survivor Scroll 2025. I did it. And I'm gonna take a picture.
In core class, and on Saturdays we do Paraphone Fitness again. So I see them many times during the week.
Nika,
So
you about to get up there?
I just introduce you to some of the fitness platform. I'm from the Bahamas. Yay! All right, cheese. All right, so I bring a lot of my Caribbean heritage into the class. My background is in dance as well. I'm a professional dancer. I'm an educator. I will be a doctor of dance in the fall of this year. Praising the Lord for that. Yes. All right, so let's get started. I just want to get you in your body. So let's just start with a little bit of arching down. Keep the legs wide, arching down for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring it up.
My knees
7,
Girl,
8,
my
again,
knees on my
down.
back.
My knees don't go down.
I'm
4,
fighting.
bring it up. 7, again, take it down. Arching, keep the head up. Breathing down. 2, 3, 4. Bring it up. The shoulders back for 4. Soften the knees. That 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Take it forward, 5 and 7. Side, front, back, and good. Hips up. And front, back, side. Speed it up. Front and side and do da 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 ba. Ba. Again. Front, back, side, side, front, back. Roll it. 1. Reverse. 6 and 4 and 5. 6. I think you're ready. All right, let's get some sounds, please, sir.
We need more people over here. Come. They ready to get out of there.
Congratulations to Miss Angine and her entire team for 10 years of dedication for putting this event together. As you can see, it is a 100% free event, very knowledgeable, fun, exciting, getting to know different people. And I just encourage everybody to not stay silent. The family secrets need to no longer last, guys. Speak out, tell somebody, because it is not okay. Guys, as always, be safe, be blessed, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe below.